Probe industries create revolutionary solutions to odour and dust control problems. The probe atomiser uses a revolutionary misting system that's more powerful than existing nozzle-based systems. The system draws water from the mains or other water source into the control cabinet. The control cabinet should be installed on a concrete plinth. All the power cables and water pipes are routed through the cabinet. Within the control cabinet are a number of devices that allow you complete control over your probe atomiser system. A supply of Airopure, our odour control product, or ProSorb, our atmospheric cleanser, is held in this tank. The tank can hold up to 50 litres, allowing for continuous use over a number of days. The amount of water being pumped is controlled by this flow meter, which can be calibrated to allow the flow of 1 to 180 litres per hour. The amount of product being used can be controlled with a Venturi pump, which calibrates from 500 to 1 to 100 to 1 with water. The water's mixed with our product when the atomiser is in use. The isolator box on the top of the control cabinet allows you to independently switch each unit on and off as needed. At the heart of the system is the atomiser unit itself. No larger than a hand, the atomiser consists of a motor and 2 opposing meshes which cut up the water into monodispersed droplets. The mesh has larger holes than conventional nozzle-based systems. This makes blockages a near impossibility and reduces the risks of harbouring waterborne diseases such as Legionella. When in use, the atomiser spins at a rate of 12,000 revolutions per minute, producing more than 238 billion water droplets. The powerful fan is housed at the rear of the unit. This mesh is a flow straightener. It's been designed to remove the vortex effect from the fan and ensures that the spray from the atomiser reaches its optimum range. The atomiser, fan and flow straightener are housed in this sturdy cowl. When used in conjunction with our atomiser unit, Airopure, our odour control agent, is one of the most effective products on the market. When Airopure is present in the water droplets created by the atomiser, the fine mist sweeps the air clear of odour. The water droplets themselves are actually disinfected by Airopure as they leave the atomiser head. Normally, organic substances are not readily taken up by water droplets, but Airopure contains specially selected surfactant reagents which, together with odour-destructive reagents, form molecular aggregates or micelles in the droplets. The organic vapours in the air are entrapped and destroyed within these micelles and prevented from returning to the gas phase. As the mist descends, the organic gas is retained and destroyed by the water droplets, and the odour is neutralised. The probe atomiser is available as part of 3 different systems. Each system creates a vapour blanket across the malodorous area. The panoramic is a wall-mounted support bracket. The bracket is attached to the wall with roll bolts or alternatively fixed to H-section girders or stanchions at a height of 6 to 8 metres. A static panoramic unit gives a cone-shaped coverage of 20 to 30 metres. The panoramic can also be fitted with an optional oscillating unit which increases coverage to 180 degrees. The panoramic can be installed inside or outside. It's most suitable when dealing with moderately large areas that are permanently subject to odour and dust problems. The panoramic covers the same area as a nozzle-based system, using less water, less energy, and virtually no waste. The Sentinel is a 2.5 metre high floor-mounted standalone unit. The Sentinel is secured to either a concrete base or similar fixed level surface using roll bolts. The Sentinel can be used to create a vapour blanket over permanently odoriferous areas such as open tanks. The Sentinel can also be fitted with an oscillating unit for extra coverage of up to 180 degrees. The Probe Mobile is an ideal solution in situations where power or water are not readily available. Probe Mobile can be quickly towed to the required location. It can be used in unmanned areas or in emergency situations. In some cases, it can even be operated remotely. The unit carries its own petrol or diesel generator plus 1,000 litres of water mixed with product, making it capable of running for up to 8 hours without a tension. Wherever it's used, the Probe atomiser is simple to install and operate. At Probe Industries, we fully calibrate all units in the workshop. Once on site, it's a simple matter of fixing the unit into position, connecting a suitable water and electricity supply, and adding Aironaut or ProSorb to the tank. As well as Aironaut for odour control and ProSorb for dust control, ProSect, our organic insect repellent, is available. You can also use an atomiser as a humidifying unit for agriculture and outdoor events. Once the Aironaut or ProSorb is put into the tank, simply set the dilution rate on the blue Venturi pump unit, set the flow rate on the flow meter, and switch on. To further increase the ease of use, an optional timer unit can be added. The unit will then keep operating at optimum conditions until the agent runs out. Once installed, the Probe atomiser requires very little maintenance. Other than refilling the Aironaut and ProSorb tank, it's simply necessary to brush the fan guard once a month to remove any debris. The atomiser itself will be maintenance-free. There are no filters to change, and the atomiser head never blocks. In the unlikely event that you do encounter any problems with the atomiser, our operatives at Probe Industries are always available to help. Over 80% of problems can be solved over the phone. We're confident that the Probe atomiser, Aironaut and ProSorb are an efficient solution to odour and dust control problems. In the following section, Probe Managing Director Philip Rutherford answers some of the most frequently asked questions about our products. The best way to dispense of odour is to cover and extract to a chemical scrubber. Why should we use a spray?
A chemical scrubber is effective, but they're also extremely expensive. The Probe atomiser fits a niche within the marketplace where they can't install a chemical scrubber because of running costs or because of maintenance, and the Probe atomiser fulfills that need. The Probe atomiser is extremely low capex, capital expenditure for the client. So where they can't put a chemical scrubber, they look for another method, and the Probe atomiser is the most effective method of controlling odours other than a chemical scrubber.
Is Aironaut safe to spray?
Aironaut is safe to spray. It's fully biodegradable, it's made from food grade materials. We've sold many thousands of tonnes over the 10 years of Probe Industries.
Why should we use the Probe atomiser rather than a nozzle-based system?
A Probe atomiser system is virtually the same price of a nozzle system, but the beauty about the Probe atomiser is it's low on running costs. It uses very little water compared to a conventional nozzle spray, but the most important thing is it never ever blocks, so there's no maintenance on a Probe atomiser compared to a nozzle system. A nozzle-based system has what they call polydispersed droplets. Droplets of variable size. Some are too small, so they evaporate too quickly. Others are too large, so they drop to the floor very quickly. With a Probe atomiser, we have what we call a monodispersed droplet, which is the perfect size for odour and dust control. And one of the important things that it means for the customer or the client, it means that they're not using any water they don't need to. It's exactly the right number of droplets being sprayed out in the atmosphere.
Where should probe atomizers be placed?
With a probe atomiser, the idea is to create that vapour blanket. So to do that outdoors, you need to place the units to spray over the odoriferous source, spraying towards the residents, using the wind behind them for obvious reasons. Indoors can be a bit more difficult because of air movement within, say, a transfer station, But what you'll find is the best place to situate a probe atomiser is often on the back of the building, spraying towards the openings, the doors of a transfer station. So what you're trying to do is create a vapour blanket again over the waste that's in that transfer station. That will prove to be extremely effective and won't be that affected by the air movement within the building. If you need any help or advice on this, you can contact Probe Industries and our technical people will help you out with anything that you need.
The Probe Atomiser from Probe Industries. A revolutionary solution to odour and dust control problems.